Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to our visitor today, the guest, honorable guest today, Mr. M A Matin, a structural engineer. Sir, we were talking about structures, and I made upon a structure of the structure, like what goes inside a big, huge building to make it safe.
Yeah, make it safe.
And then during the break, we talked about Podda Bridge. It is a required thing that we need it so badly to connect that part of our country, Bangladesh. But it has been delayed considerably, and I know that the more you delay, the more expensive it becomes.
It will be more and more expensive.
It becomes. So, what do you see? I mean, what is the reason of this delay? I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about, is it because we don't have the initiative? There are some problems, or the structure is so, or the flow of the river is so harsh and powerful that we can't bridge?
No, the flow of the river is always constant.
Right.
So they have to build a bridge. So decision was a political one.
Right.
So every government took time to sorting out and position of the bridge.
Right.
They also had political.
Yeah, they had problems.
Yeah, that one took time. So that delayed. But now if more delay, more expensive.
Yes.
But now for this existing bridge, because I spent 2 years on unofficial basis, what the nitty-gritty work done.
Great.
Outside building the bridge, only the main bridge is now being done.
Just the river span is about 6.1 kilometers.
6.15
so
kilometers.
Obviously the bridge will be far longer.
Oh, very long bridge. But that bridge will be also few, I didn't bring any drawing for it. There are 3 trains will be on the road, then there will be good one when it's built.
They have train also.
No, Jamuna Bridge train.
But I think that idea came later.
Later on, so train is only one side.
The bridge is.
And if there is a bridge, train is always here, always here.
Yes,
It's
not safe.
It's not safe. I will not say the word safe. It is not advisable thing to. But very soon they will have another Jamuna Bridge. So this bridge will say, no, I can't carry anymore.
and also because of the railway bridge. The road bridge has become narrower.
Plus, if you know or remember, I don't know that I mentioned to you somewhere, before they finished the bridge, there was 6 inches of topsoiling.
Right.
Before it's done, bridge was open. This is why the rusting started with the reinforcement and the cracks started. So I do not know the last 5 years time whether they have done anything or not. If not,
but
bridge
you did suggest that this is the problem.
I think not me, other people suggested. I already know there is a bridge in my life. I've been doing all bridges of my life here.
Right.
So many bridges here.
Right.
This is my job.
Which is the longest bridge that you have designed?
No, in England there is no longest bridge.
Okay.
It's all the small railway bridges. And the longest is the one is 6.1. That's the longest bridge. Length is not important. Important is the load.
Right.
What is the load coming?
Right.
What is the press coming? These are the things. But the longest is more pillars. That's not important.
Would you every time I come to this studio, I have to come through Tower Bridge, you see.
Yes.
And what do you think of it? It's a very intriguing bridge, you see.
It is heritage here.
Yes.
It is heritage here. I have not done any work on Tower Bridge. It's working. It's working.
And when it's open up for line
traffic, it's good.
The large ships to pass through. See.
It's good engineering.
It's very good
engineering.
It's good
engineering. If you spend a day there to see, I did that. I liked it. You see, a lot of engineering thinking going on it.
Right.
It's good fun.
It's a good fun.
It's a people building bridges, building connection between two parties.
It's a very important tourist spot, and that bothers me because every time I come, it's jam-packed.
Of course, and I like it because in my time I think about all the bridges because I read quite a lot about all the bridges in the world, and I spend time in bridges.
I'm sure that you have visited Scotland. You must have seen those slightly longer bridges.
That's a longer bridge. And the railway bridge, the steel bridges. It's what nice to see. That Paksha bridge is also nice to see. I don't know that you've seen Paksha bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Apart from your work, I mean, you have been working with the governments or in the private?
They call it semi-government. I worked for 20 years for Thames Water,
Right,
but dealing with the bridges,
right.
because Thames Water is the ducts and tunnels and is dealing with bridge engineering side of it. And I worked for over 20 years at London under, it's called TFL, also in bridges.
Right.
And I worked for another 9 years associated with it. I worked for 49 years in this country
Great.
and proper engineering work.
Right. Now, apart from this professional work, you have been involved in so many charities and social work, isn't it?
That involved because at the time of the Bangladesh independence time, and I thought I should do something for my community.
Right.
So we with few friends of ours, we started a Bangladesh. We live in North London, so North London, Bangladesh Welfare Association.
How old is this association?
I started in 1971. I'm still continuing it.
Right.
Because there is no fees, there is no fund, so I pay for it.
How many members you have?
I wrote a book in my book. There's still about 50 families there in my area.
Yeah.
I arranged
50 families.
50 families.
So if we have 5 persons in a family of 250.
Plus some people from your Croydon area also are my members. Because there is no membership fees, there is no accounts to show. And
well, write down my name.
Okay.
But in Croydon we have an association. We have about 2,000 members. See.
That's right. They have funds also from the government, so they have other.
The government has stopped the fund. No more. This. I think
they're stopping it now.
They're stopping it. Yes.
So my activities of this association nowadays, I do only BNB. Right. What is BNB? Bereavement and burial. That's the most.
Yeah. But coming to that later, you have 5 educational trusts. See, and tell us something about that.
Because about 2000, we decided that my children will not go back to Bangladesh anymore. So I have disposed all my properties in Bangladesh.
Right.
In those properties in Dhaka, I disposed them all. I started education trust in my area, and all the properties in my Sylhet, I gave it to my nephews and nieces. And with this properties, I started 5 education trust.
Right.
Built 2 villages, one on my name, one in my father's name.
Right.
And every village has got.
One is Matin Nagar and the other is Atikpur.
Atikpur. Oh, you read that. Yes, they are all doing well. 5 first education trust I did when I went to Africa. I had spare money.
Yes.
So that money I thought I should use it somewhere. So I started in 1977. So it was about 40 years now. So a lot of children got.
You also established, or probably you are a donor of Habiganj Diabetic Hospital.
Oh, that with a few friends of us, I think mostly from Habiganj district, they started a hospital. So I provided fund.
Now you also mentioned the cancer hospital in Ashulia.
That was in Ashulia.
Ashulia near Dhaka.
Ashulia near Dhaka. It's a big hospital. The government has taken over it now. It's a 500 bed big hospital. There also I paid.
Is it a cancer hospital?
Cancer
plus.
Cancer, I think only cancer at the moment. So I given my name plaques there with fund donor. It's working. They are all working well. Not a single money wasted. It makes me happy.
Well, you mentioned something about burial. See, I see that you lobbied to establish or probably get a part of it, a slice of the cemetery in
North London.
Yes, North London, Lavender Hill and Trent Park.
Trent Park. The reason in those days, you know, there was a Muslim burial place called the Haji Taslim Ali Stillman.
Not very far from here.
And that was, I'm talking about 1970, 40 years ago.
Right.
So when he found me out, I met him. He said he knows that I'm engineer with my name, with some ABCD after the name. I said, why you come help me? So whenever I write to local council with my, it's a bit of boasting, but so it works.
Right.
So this is the way I arrange burial ground for most council areas, and that helped. That helped. Then now Muslim burial ground in most areas, and the biggest one is now the one in Ilford, which is called Hanold, which is now
Which is the Garden of Peace?
Garden of Peace, managed by, it is privately managed now, because
Right.
you cannot do anything free. It makes lots of problem. So it's a sort of charitable.
In other words, people are dying to see you.
I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. But at that time there was a need for it.
Yep.
At that time there was a need for it. Also in this country, if you don't have a right of abode, the council will not bury you.
Right.
They throw it away in the rubbish. So at that time I put my name in this one, that
Right.
anybody, any Muslim faith, they should come to me. So my name is in every police station, every
Right,
hospital.
Yep.
So nowadays they don't come into me. Now there's lots of Muslims, lots of mosques. So they do phone me. So I send them to the local mosque, and £1 each anybody can pay. On
Why has the burial itself? It becomes so expensive.
It's a land cost of the land now. It's all cost of, say in your area.
But the land is not for life, I understand.
No, it's
for
99 years.
years.
99 years. In your area, this Saturn, that cemetery where we met last week, it's cost £5,800 nowadays to bury.
As the cost of living is going up, the cost of dying is also going up.
It is, yeah. So Tower Hamlet Council has done something to make it cheaper for the resident.
Yes, I had interviewed the last mayor,
okay.
and he had mentioned
So he got
something
the right
like £500.
That's right. So he got the right information.
So I told him that if I should move to this borough, and he said no.
No, but still you are allowed to die. But that can be arranged. That can be arranged. It's been done.
Some under the table agreements.
No, that's been done. And even still now, if somebody dies, has got no money, even nowadays in the mosque is full of people now. Right. Anybody, £1 is 2,000 people will pay, £2 is finished. That's no problem nowadays. But now also council has got their bereavement allowance is gone up now. I don't know what's the amount now.
Right.
If you are on benefits, the bereavement allowance will come out.
Right. Let's go back to your North London Bangladeshi Association. What do you do? I mean, what is the whole idea?
As I say, nowadays, because
a lot of organizations are there. We have, I should say, we have, I don't know how many, but we have organizations of up to the Thana level.
Yes. Yes, nowadays. But at the time I started it was not like this.
Yes.
There's not many. So we started at the Bangladeshi independence time.
Right.
So we did social work, and I don't know whether I don't know. I have what I did. A lot of activities I did. Nowadays I don't do anything nowadays because there are lots of organizations that do it. Right. They get grants from the council.
Right.
I don't do anything now. I only do help people, those who are in their need of, those who are dying. Yeah. They need help.
True.
And at the beginning, I also help people to arrange Umrah and Hajj also. Right. Nowadays, commercially being done.
Right. See.
So I also used to help people when they want to go to university, so they need help. So I also did voluntary work for the council when these people are, excluded.
Right.
So this sort of thing. Nowadays, they don't ask me any help for this nowadays. I only do concentrated helping those who don't have many people. And most people has got families nowadays. So still, if they want any help anywhere, every police station has got my list. Some, not mine, any few others like this nowadays.
Right. I'll take a step back. Life in Dhaka, when you came and you stayed at Dr. Rashid's house. Yeah. Just tell us about it. It was very interesting when I was reading, so I said, I'll ask the gentleman himself.
My
heart you said something about the food. That was very interesting.
I'm sorry, I don't know that I have permission, Dr. Rashid, to say that. And he was the principal of the college, and his salary was about 2,000 taka in those days. Mm-hmm. And salary was assistant engineer was 275 taka, yeah. And assistant sergeant was 250 taka. and district officer salary was 500 or something.
Yeah.
But his salary was so big.
Yeah.
I think he didn't tell me. I heard that he said, I don't need all this salary money. But he was such a great man.
Yeah, but tell us something about him, because a lot of people.
If you know any engineer,
Yeah, just in 30 seconds, can you say something about him? We'll come back later. But
he was a great man. He was a little man. He was a man with full of brain. And in one of the life story I wrote, the Englishman says that he's a little man with brain. So he was so honest man, and he started the system in engineering university.
Right.
They are still following it.
yes, a lot of engineers remember him.
Even now, all the engineers from Bangladesh, they will remember Dr. Rashid.
They remember him and they are indebted to him.
Very much, and I'm indebted all my life
Yeah.
to him.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. This is time again for taking a break. When we come back, we will again have a very interesting discussion with our guest today. Thank you.